Hey guys, what's up? It's Lauren, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got over 150 Copic markers for $330 after shipping and tax, which totals to about $2 a marker. And like I said, that is after shipping and tax, so things that the seller couldn't really plan for, or obviously it's not their fault that it exists. So if you take that away, it comes to even less money per marker. So yeah, so if you already know how a lot of the buying and selling platforms work, I'm going to go ahead and just list all of the ones that I have used to find these Copic markers for such a good deal, so I don't waste any more of your time. And then I'm going to go back after and do a bit more of a detailed description of each, and or of some of them, and more detailed on how I navigate it and stuff. So yeah, the first one is OfferUp, the Nextdoor app, LetGo, Craigslist, eBay, Depop, Mercari, and somewhere it got lost, but also Poshmark. And my kind of more like holy grail platform is Facebook Marketplace. Now, I love this um, platform so much because I had never heard of it before looking for these Copic markers. So all of the listings on it were new to me. Like, I had been on eBay before, and Mercari and Depop, and it has a pretty good amount of listings. And like I said, I had never been on it before, so there's kind of like a good amount of fresh new listings that I hadn't seen before on Depop or Mercari. Because a lot of them are like recycled or posted to multiple platforms. So it's like, oh, I've seen that on eBay, or oh, I've seen that on Mercari, you know. So I like this one. But that was all. I will have links in the description to all of them. Now onto like the more explaining portion of the video. So OfferUp is definitely not my favorite. I have not seen any listings really worth a second glance. It's just not the best. Like I said, I got mine for $100 less than that, and I got 20 more Copics. That one I paid I paid that much for a 72 set. So the deals on here aren't as abundant and they're not as amazing. But you can always look through it, see if there are any that suit you. Then the Nextdoor app is for, as it says, an app for only your neighborhood and close surrounding neighborhoods. So if you already have the app, I would definitely recommend going to its marketplace and just searching, seeing if maybe someone happens to be selling some. But if you don't already have the app, I don't necessarily recommend downloading it because they physically mail you like a confirmation thing to verify you live there, and it's just kind of a hassle that it's not necessarily really worth. But yeah, so then there's LetGo. LetGo's not my favorite because they actually banned my account because their something detected that and thought I was a bot, and so they banned me, even though all I had been doing was messaging people to see if I could get like, is it negotiable or whatever. So that made me kind of frustrated because there were some people I was really trying to DM that I thought I could get a really good deal from, and then since I got banned, I couldn't because they didn't resolve it until a couple days later. But there are some good listings. The only thing that's kind of annoying is that you kind of have to do this and like search around the entire US or wherever you live. I recommend for sure you need to go to places that, even if you don't live there. I don't live in New York, but I always like go to New York because there's so many people do live there. And then if you find one that's like a really, really good deal, all you have to do is message the seller and be like, hey, I'll pay for shipping, of course. Can you ship this to me? And a lot of the times they say yes. Sometimes they do say no. Sometimes they're like, no, pick up only. And you gotta just be like, gosh dang it, and move on. Or you can be like, yeah, tip you a little extra. And sometimes they're okay with that. But next up is Craigslist. I don't like Craigslist. I could not find a single decent Copics listing on here. I found 2 total after going to like the top 10 cities in the US on the map and looking at Copic listings. I couldn't find, actually no, it was way more than 10 now that I think of it. I went to a lot of different cities and I found like literally 2 Copics listings, so there's a severe shortage of Copics listings on Craigslist, and none of them were priced to sell, we'll say. So I don't recommend it, but if you have some spare time and you're really, really looking for a good deal, you can look through all of the cities and see if there's anything good there. Then eBay, of course, you already knew about eBay before you started watching this video though, so I don't need to go too detailed. Sort it by newly listed and refresh it very often. One of my sets I got was from eBay. I got the 72B set of copic sketch, as well as an additional 10 sketch markers that they just had, I guess. So yeah, pretty good amount of copics, and I got that for $175 after shipping and tax. Shipping and tax did take up a very large amount of both of the totals, not like ridiculous, but kind of ridiculous. And it ended up they would have been $145 before shipping and tax. So kind of the markers were $145, and then the other bull crap that comes with it was $30. Yeah, I can't do math. Don't judge me. I'm currently on Christmas break, so I haven't had to think about math in a couple weeks, and I don't want to start. But yeah, I would just really, really, really recommend, like so strongly and deeply recommend, just refresh it every hour or so. When I had seen the listing for the markers that I bought, the listing had only been up for 3 minutes, and there were like already 10 views on it. It was gonna go fast. It was one of the ones where you could make an offer. So I was like, I could buy it now, or I could make an offer. And I made an offer, and I'm glad I did, because it was originally 170, and then I got it for 145. So I was more happy with that, because 170 is what I ended up paying, but after tax and shipping, so it would have been more. Obviously, that's how it works. But I ended up buying it while it had only been up for 15 minutes. So in that 15 minutes, so many people who were looking for Copics didn't even know that that listing was a thing. And I wouldn't have known either if I hadn't have happened to check eBay at that time. So you have to be really, really active, and you have to make sure that you are actively looking for these good deals. The next one is Depop. Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark I would kind of put together as you search for it, and that's it. I mean, some other apps or applications, whatever, like Letgo, you have to like sort by location, and it's a little bit more complicated. Depop, Poshmark, and Mercari, I was looking at this because I thought they were selling the case, but they weren't. But yeah, you just search it up and search through them, and then if there's nothing there, you wait and hope that something pops up. Like I said, Mercari is the same. I really, really like Mercari personally. I just think it's a good platform, and there are sometimes some good deals. I found a very, very good deal on here. I ended up not buying it though because I had already bought my other two sets. I'm still kind of iffy. I'm really wanting to buy it. I don't actually have enough money in my bank account to buy it. So I'm hoping that I can maybe get some money together because it's a really, really good deal. Anyways, okay, but yeah, I like Mercari. Poshmark, like I said, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where the window went, but it was here. Poshmark, it's a good. I haven't seen many great listings on there, but maybe by the time you're watching this, it's like 2 years after the tutorial was posted. So check it out. You never know. And then, kind of like I said, my holy grail platform is the Facebook Marketplace, just because it seems like it's so untapped and not a whole lot of people come on here a lot. It doesn't really seem the listing that I bought. I got the 72 set B Copic sketch set on here, and I got it for $165 after shipping and tax. And that listing that I found it from had been up for months before I found it. So that just kind of goes to show that that was a steal of a deal. Like that's a very, very good deal for the Copic sketch, and they had been like almost never used. So for that condition and those markers, $160 is not that much at all. It's a very good deal. So it just kind of goes to show that it's kind of untapped. Not a whole lot of people necessarily seem to go on here a whole lot to look for Copics. So you could probably find some pretty good deals. on here, I found another deal that was really, really good, and it was, I think, 155 markers for $300, and that's the deal I originally really wanted because they had been organized and sorted and everything, and they were really nice. But unfortunately, the person was really, really slow at answering, and they really didn't want to ship it. They wanted it to be picked up. I think they would have accepted it being shipped, but they never got back to me. They were just, it's only been a few days. No, it's been, I sent them the last message yesterday, actually. It's been a day. They haven't gotten back to me yet, and in that time, I have purchased all the copics that I am needing and all I can afford. So I can't buy their listing anymore. I think that if they ever messaged me back, they would have shipped it, but that just goes to show, y'all, you gotta be answering your messages. When you get a message, you need to be active because while they're not answering, I'm actively looking for another listing and someone else to give my money to. So there's that. Anyways, there are definitely some good deals. What you just want to do is go to location and just put in popular areas like New York, New York, number one populated city in the U.S., and you'll be able to hopefully find some pretty good listings. There's Los Angeles. I was just at Houston. I know it's really, really populated. I've never found a whole lot of Copics listings in Texas. I don't know why. Like on every platform I've been on, I have not found a lot of listings in Texas. Actually, I kind of need this. I'm gonna save that for later. But yeah, so that's it. That's literally it. Just look at these platforms, check them very, very often, and know what you want to be spending because it's a lot easier to find a listing for markers that would end up being $3 or $4 each. It's really hard finding ones that would be $1 or $2 each. I was lucky and found what I think are very, very good deals to where they are $2 each after shipping and tax. If you're okay with spending $3 each, then you will have a lot less hard of a time finding a good listing for you. $4 each, it'll be super simple because a lot of people's markers are sold for about $4 each. $1 each, that's where you're gonna really, really struggle. I have yet to find any listing ever that has gone for $1 a marker. I don't know if those exist. I've heard about it in stories, but I've never seen it myself. So I settled on 2. I thought that was a pretty good price considering how many markers I wanted to buy at once. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I really hope that this has helped you out. Something else I do want to say quickly is that if you're finding that you cannot find Copic listings in the span of, I would say, like a month, and you haven't been able to find anything that you can afford, I would start looking into alternatives like Copic Chow, Prismacolor markers, or brush markers. Those two are really the ones that I would stick to and try to find some if you can't find Copic Sketch, because the Chows are the exact same as the Sketch, basically, except they hold less ink, so they will run out sooner. And Prismacolors are pretty good quality. They blend really nicely, and they are good markers. And I got a set of 70 markers for $50, and they had been rarely used. So, and it came with a case. So I got a steal of a deal, like an absolute steal. So, same for my Copic Chows. I got a set of about 56 Copic Chows, as well as it came with like Prismacolor, hashtag coloring. It came with like 30 other different brand markers, some Winsor & Newton, but I got the main focus for me. I got 56 Copic Chow markers for $50, and again, it came with like 35 other markers, too, from good brands. So, you know, you gotta be on the lookout. I personally got the Copic Chow bundle thing from Depop, and I got, I got the Prismacolor bundle from Let Go, so some use came out of it, you know. Before my account got deactivated, I was able to find a good listing for the Prismacolors. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. All I want to say is, if you really are not having any luck finding Copic Sketch, then look at the alternatives. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a hoo-hoo, the markers that are extremely cheap. You can find really good quality markers. You just have to know where to look and when to look, how often to check. and what your max budget is and how much you want to spend per marker is what I would recommend. So yeah, anyways, thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I really hope that it helped you out. Let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments down below, because I would be more than happy to answer them. Sorry for making this video long. That's why I wanted to put all of the platforms I would be talking about at the beginning, because I knew I was gonna ramble on for a little bit. So there's that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!